Okay. So in the previous video, you have seen the witty conversation that takes place between Bassanio and Shylock, in which Shylock completely outwits Bassanio. And then Antonio speaks to Bassanio, says, I pray you, remember, you are, think you, question with the Jew. Remember, you are talking to Shylock. Antonio goes on to say, you may as well go stand upon the beach and bid the main flood bait his usual height. You may as well use question with the wolf, why he hath made the ewe bleed for the lamb. You may as well forbid the mountain pines to wag their high tops and to make no noise when they are threatened with the gusts of heaven. You may as well do anything most hard as to seek to soften that. Then, which was harder? His Jewish heart. So Antonio says, Bassanio, you can try three impossible things. Please remember them. What are they? You can go to the sea beach and you can tell the waves to reduce their height. You can go to the wolf and you can ask him why the wolf why the wolf has eaten the lamb and why he has made the mother sheep cry. You may also go to the pine trees and you may ask them not to make a noise when the wind blows. Of course, they will not listen. But even if they listen to you, there are chances that inhuman things like the sea, like the wolf, and like the pine trees might listen to you. But still, there is one person who will never listen to you, whose heart you can never soften, whom you can never convince, and that is China. Okay. Therefore, I do beseech you, make no more offers. Therefore, I request you, don't make any more offers to him. Don't try to negotiate with him. Use no further means, but with all brief and plain conveniency, let me have judgment and the Jew his will. So here you can see Antonio is ready to die. Antonio says, let the Jew have his will. Let him come and take a pound of flesh and let me have judgment. Let me give a pound of flesh and let me die. Okay, now after that, Bassanio says, makes an offer. Remember, it's not his hard-earned money, so he is quite lavish with his offers. He says, for thy 3,000 ducats here is 6. Now what a fool! Just now the Duke was trying to negotiate with Shylock and was trying to tell him that Shylock, please exempt Antonio from paying the entire principal. Let him pay only half. And here is Bassanio offering him 6,000 ducats. That means double the amount. Now, this is what Shylock says. Shylock, remember, he may be full of avarice. He may be a money-minded man. But today, he is in no mood to be tempted with money. This is what Shylock says. In every ducat in 6,000 ducats were in 6 parts. And every part a ducat I would not withdraw them. Here is some mathematics to be done. If every ducat in 6,000 ducats means, even if you would give me, 36, 6 sixes are 36. Even if you give me 36,000 ducats, still I would not take them. All I would ask for is a pound of flesh. Now, after that, the Duke interferes and the Duke says, how shalt thou hope for mercy, rendering none? Shylock, how can you hope that God will show you mercy, since you are not showing any mercy to your fellow man, Antonio? I feel this is very unfair. Did anybody talk sense to Antonio when he was insulting Shylock? I'm not taking sides, but this is a question to ponder upon. Where was humanity when Antonio was humiliating Shylock? Now, Shylock says, what judgment shall I dread doing no wrong? I've done nothing wrong. Why should I be afraid? You have among you many a purchased slave. Remember, slavery was quite common those days. So many of you have slaves, which, like your asses, your dogs, and your mules, you use in abject and in slavish parts because you bought them. You treat your slaves like animals, like donkeys, like dogs, like mules. You use them for low tasks. You make them work so hard. Children, in the times of Shakespeare, animal rights were not paid attention to, and slaves also had no rights. In fact, slaves were treated worse than animals. So many of you have slaves, and you treat your slaves worse than animals. If I go and tell you, don't treat your slaves this way, will you listen to me? Shylock goes on speaking. Uh, shall I say to you, let them be free? Marry them to your heirs? Why sweat they under burdens? Let their beds be made as soft as yours, and let their palates be seasoned with such pains. If I tell you, why do you ill-treat your slaves? Why don't you let your slaves be married to your heirs? Why don't you let your sons and daughters be married to your slaves? And that way they also become your children. They become your son-in-law or daughter-in-law. Why sweat them under burdens? Why do you make them work so hard? Let their beds be as soft as your bed. Let them eat the same kind of tasty food that you are eating. You will answer, the slaves are ours. We have bought the slaves. So do I answer you. The pound of flesh is which I demand of him is dearly bought. That pound of flesh I have bought very dearly. 'Tis mine, and I will have it. I've bought that pound of flesh with 3,000 ducats, and I'll take nothing else but that. Okay. If you deny me, fie upon your law. He's angry. He says, if you don't give it to me, there is shame upon your law. There is no force in the decrees of Venice. Decree means law. There's no force in the law of Venice that can prevent me from taking my bond. And then he says, I stand for judgment. Answer. Shall I have it? Will you give me an answer? Why can't I take my pound of flesh when you can treat your slaves so badly? I think Shylock raises a valid point. He points at humanity, and he says, in other words, where is humanity when you treat slaves badly? Okay, now the Duke says, upon my power, I may dismiss this court unless Valerio, a learned doctor whom I have sent for to determine this, come here today. I have to dismiss this court until the learned doctor Valerio comes. And remember, Valerio is Portia's cousin, and Portia has gone to meet Valerio, and what happens later on, let it be a surprise. Okay, I end here. I end this video here. Please keep watching.